this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but it's real quick.
OLAPLEX number 3, even though it says use a minimum of 10 minutes, there are people out there using it overnight. And by people, I mean Kim Kardashian. And I figured she's probably not gonna just take a chance on her hair, because her hair is a big part of her image. Yeah, sure, she can throw in extensions and wigs and stuff, but I'm pretty sure she cares about her hair.
This is the big one, here's the little one. This is a smoother. Y'all use half the bottle on your whole entire head, then you may let it air dry, then maybe you don't let it air dry.
The ends, I use some OLAPLEX number 3 and this K18 to keep the ends from breaking and keep them strong.
Please don't do this. One thing you guys should know about me is that I will stop at nothing to hunt down the email addresses of contacts from these brands so that I can ask them questions that you guys have about their products. So I know from speaking with both OLAPLEX and K18 directly that the only way these products can actually repair damage is if your hair is wet. Meaning that if you apply these to dry hair, they do not work. And that also goes for applying these on wet hair and then leaving it on as some sort of mask while your hair dries. Once your hair is dry, they stop working. So to make sure you're not wasting your money on these expensive products, always make sure your hair is wet when you are using them.
Or maybe you put 17 other products on top of it and you doing all of these mixes and all of these layers and you letting your hair air dry. That's why it's not working. That's why it's not working properly.
So as hairstylists, we add OLAPLEX step 1 into your hair color before it's applied to the hair. The hair is then colored like normal, processed, rinsed out, and then we apply step 2 in the form of a deep conditioning treatment.
OLAPLEX is broken down in order by numbers. First, as a professional cosmetologist, you use OLAPLEX number 1 mixed with your relaxer, mixed with your lightener, mixed with your hair color, and then you completely rinse it out. Before a professional shampoos the color out, they rinse it out until the water runs completely clear. And then we use OLAPLEX 2. So when you guys look at the bottle and it says, oh, use it on wet hair, it's not as simple as just using it on wet hair. When you put a chemical like a hair color in your hair is not full of things, right? Most colorists will tell you they won't color dirty hair, because if your dirty hair has a whole bunch of layers of product and things on it, the hair color is not gonna work. So when the bottle of OLAPLEX number 2 or number 3 says to use it on wet hair, that wet hair is clean, baby, because we're using it after rinsing out the hair color. And after we rinse out the hair color before we shampoo the hair was clean before the color went on it. We are just stopping the chemical process and conditioning with OLAPLEX 2 and 3. Listen.
So this right here I got from Sephora. They have like the bigger size, but I'm being honest, I found some girl on YouTube or Instagram that says that number 2 is the salon size of number 3. It's literally the same exact thing, just a real big pump size for $100. I would invest in it. I just didn't get it yet, but this is like the big size at Sephora. But look into getting number 2. I'm gonna try to insert the picture. It's like a big salon pump size. It's the same exact thing as number 3, but it's called number 2 and it's for professional use. But anyone can buy it from this website, and I think it's like $100, or from a website about $100. Anyway, so I go in with the number 3, and that's the OLAPLEX Hair Perfector. It repairs and strengthens all hair types. This is their bond repair treatment, and I use it almost as a pre-poo. It's not a pre-poo, but you use it before you shampoo, pre-poo, right? And it does almost the same thing. Like between 0 and 3, this is it's a magical combination. Like I said, I used to say I didn't need this one, but I love how this primes my hair.
So like I've said in previous videos about OLAPLEX, I'll leave all of the links in the description box below. One of the worst things that OLAPLEX ever did was making OLAPLEX available to people without a cosmetology license, because you guys read the back of bottles and say it says 3 minutes, but you know what I was thinking? And then you spread that across social media. Everybody follows the leader except for the directions, and then before you know it, everybody has all of these different lawsuits, where in reality this is somebody using OLAPLEX the right way. She is mixing OLAPLEX, right? I'm mixing Olaplex, mixing her hair color. And after she mixes her hair color, she then goes ahead, puts the hair color in her hair, and then she uses Olaplex products in the place that they're supposed to be used in. Yes, from time to time, you can use Olaplex for your everyday styling and things of that nature. But if you go talk to most professional cosmetologists, regardless of how much we love Olaplex, Olaplex is not the number one everyday styling product that we use on ourselves or our clients, right? But this is not just a Black woman's thing. All women, you all, for whatever reason, refuse to follow directions. When the bottle says we're applying Olaplex on wet hair, the reason that the hair is wet, right? This is so the cuticle is open all of the way, so the bond reconstructive repair technology can do what it needs to do. However, if your hair is dirty, it won't work. However, Olaplex never had to say that to professional cosmetologists, because professional cosmetologists were only using Olaplex number 2 or Olaplex number 3 after we rinsed out hair color or whatever that chemical was. After we rinsed out Olaplex number 1, we then follow up with Olaplex number 2. And then our clients, sometimes depending on the type of color service they had, so if they went from, let's say, a level 1, which is black, to a level 10, which is platinum blonde, those are the people that the bottle is talking to when it says, oh, you're using this every week. But if you don't have any chemical services in your hair whatsoever, no chemicals whatsoever, then there's no reason for you to use Olaplex every week, even if you do straighten your hair on a regular basis. But this is another person, whole nother race, didn't read the label, didn't follow the directions, just decided that based on what they said on social media, that will determine how she used the product regardless of the directions. And the first couple of times that you use the product wrong, it'll feel great, and then out of nowhere, oh, my hair is thinning out, my hair is falling out, it's breaking out. I wonder why. It's because you used the product wrong. Directions: apply very small amount to damp or dry hair, concentrating products on your mid-length to your ends. Comb through. Black women think that you don't have to use combs and brushes. Y'all think y'all can use your fingers for everything. So let's keep going. Comb through and style as desired. Concentrated leave-in smooth-in cream, excellent at all for all hair types, colored and chemically treated hair. Not only chemically treated and colored hair, but if y'all read the directions, all of the Olaplex products tell you not to exceed, like, I don't think there's anything like, that's the conditioner. The conditioner says don't leave it on longer than 3 minutes.
Olaplex number 3, even though it says use a minimum of 10 minutes, there are people out there using it overnight. And by people, I mean Kim Kardashian. And I figured she's probably not going to just take a chance on her hair, because her hair is a big part of her image. Yeah, sure, she can throw in extensions and wigs and stuff, but I'm pretty sure she cares about her hair. So I did a little bit more research, and even on the Olaplex website, they do say there isn't really like a time limit in terms of, like, if you have it on, say, 25 minutes, take it off, it's going to ruin your hair. It's nothing like that. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it overnight. If you're not even familiar with Olaplex, you can check out their website. It's probably because it's mostly used by hair care professionals. In fact, Olaplex 1 and 2 you can only purchase if you have a license, as far as I know. Now, if you're not even familiar with Olaplex, it's probably because it's not like sold in regular, it's not at Target. You're gonna have to purchase it on the Olaplex website. And you can't purchase like the whole system, because you do have to be a hair care professional.
But the videos that y'all been watching and the videos that y'all been listening to, the people that you follow tell you to mix the conditioner with water, spray it in your hair, and walk around with it. That's how y'all have been using Olaplex. Y'all haven't been using it the right way. And then instead of you saying, damn, we've been using Olaplex wrong, and instead of us saying that we've been using it wrong, we're just gonna say, oh, bond reconstructors aren't made for black women, even though black women actually have more disulfide bonds than everybody else. The more softer linkages you have, the curlier your hair is. So somebody with a 100% straight hair, somebody with straight hair barely has any bonds in their hair. Somebody with curly hair has multiple bonds that can be damaged in multiple ways. So to say that a bond reconstructive treatment wasn't made for the people who have the most bonds is literally one of the most ignorant statements that anybody could ever say. And that should be more than enough to make it so you don't listen to anybody who's saying that. Anybody who lets the words, oh, bond reconstructive treatments aren't made for black women, just stop watching their videos, because that makes no sense. How does the group of women who have the most bonds, how could a bond reconstructor not be for the group of women that have the most bonds? Do you hear how stupid that sounds? So I hope that it didn't like ruffle anybody's feathers, but if it did, it just did. This is why it's so important not only to read directions, but to understand the extremely complex layers of the human hair shaft. It's not as simple as seeing a product that you like online and deciding, you know what, hey, I'm going to use this however I want. Right now, I'm just going to mix this. I know the bottle says 3 minutes, but actually I'm going to do this because Kim Kardashian does this. I need y'all to understand, regardless of how celebrities market hair products to you, coming from somebody who, when I used to stand behind the chair, did multiple celebrities, they do not do their own hair. They do not. Most celebrities will sit down and listen to their cosmetologist or their hairstylist talk and listen to their ideas about hair and products and steal their ideas for their own and never give them credit. And everybody walks around thinking, oh, this person, this hairstylist, this actor, this rapper, this singer, they're expert whole time. The only reason that their hair is grown out like it has is because of the person who's been doing their hair this whole time. But because people are so easy to manipulate, it becomes super easy for everybody to do. This is why the 7-day challenge and the blueprint are everything, because no matter what, as you can see here on the screen, my gurus that have been within the 7-day challenge, whether they've been in the 7-day challenge for a couple of weeks or a couple of years, when they have babies, when their diets change, if they lose a bunch of weight, if they gain a bunch of weight, no matter what happens, once they finish the 7-day challenge or the growth cycle blueprint, they never need me again, because you have lifetime access to both courses, and when you, depending on which one you pay for, and once you pay for the course, again, you have lifetime access to the course, and you can go back and look it up if you need to. You can go retrace your steps. Oh man, where did I go wrong? Oh, I tried something that I shouldn't have tried. Let me go back and fix it. But there's no way that you guys will be able to fix the things that you've broken unless you go really learn the mechanics of your hair, learn the mechanics of the human scalp and the human hair shaft. Because I'll tell you something, every single day, a new person that used to be around for a long period of time, that was always telling you what you should do and all of the greases and the oils and all of the things that you should use, they're all leaving. And all of you are trying to figure things out on your own. Whereas my gurus who have been with me for years, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what product line comes out. They're sticking with the routines and the patterns that they've set because they're the gurus now. So they're not, every time somebody pops up and every time a new celebrity says what to do or a new product that they've made up, they're not just hopping over there. because they know who they are. They know what to do. They know what their scalp needs. They know what their scalp doesn't need. And they know, because they're now the guru, they know exactly what to do to fix the things that the human body runs into. So if you are a person who is looking for different ways to heal your body from the inside out, or to change some things around, then check out Simple Apothecary, shop around. Or if you are tired of going back and forth and spending hundreds and thousands of dollars over the years on all of these products that don't work, that you're barely using because they're all just parked under your sink, under your bed, or somewhere random, maybe even holding up a couch if a leg broke, man, save your money and come learn with me. I love you guys so much. Please, let's stop doing stupid stuff, because stupid stuff, you ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers. You go looking for stupid things, you go and find stupid prizes.